Are you tired of relationships that seem to go nowhere? Wondering why you and your partner can't seem to get on the same page? Over the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the secret to creating meaningful, purpose-driven relationships that thrive on honesty and growth. Stay tuned to discover how you can transform your relationship into a powerful journey of mutual understanding and shared intentions. Welcome, friends. Today we're talking about relationships. More specifically, the intentions behind relationships. Why are we in this relationship? What is it that we hope to gain by being together? Do we want to build a life together? Simply share physical pleasure together? Do we want to grow and evolve together? Or just maintain the current paradigm and enjoy the moments together? It's very important to communicate this intention openly and honestly with our partner. The only way to establish the intention of the relationship is through an open and honest conversation with our partner. It always surprises me the amount of people that struggle with relationship issues and are not talking to their partner. We need to talk to our partner. More importantly, we need to listen to our partner, actively listen. We need to ask them questions so that we can determine why they feel that way. And we need to share with them as well why we feel the way that we feel. When my wife and I met, the very first thing that we did, once we decided that we wanted to be in a relationship together, was to establish the intention of the relationship. I had had some intimate partners before and had learned a great deal from them. The topic consumed me. I had read every book that I could find, listened to every talk on the subject, and I was determined to find the treasures that lurked at the bottom of the ocean of woman. I wanted to grow and evolve, to discover my unique gifts with the world and find a way to share those gifts with the world. As well, I wanted to do it with someone else, to really build something together. After sharing all this with her and listening to her share with me as well, it was clear that we were on the same page, that we wanted the same things. So how do we have a conversation to determine the intention of the relationship, how each one of us feels? In order to have the types of conversations that we need to have as intimate partners, we need to cultivate a very safe container so that we feel comfortable to share openly and honestly with each other. We want to avoid immediate actions during the discussions. If one of us feels that we can't share something openly due to the possibility of us losing everything that we value, then the barrier to entry for honesty is going to be too great. So it's best in this type of environment to agree upon a period of time before action is taken as a couple. That way, everyone feels safe to share openly and honestly. This method of sharing or setting the intention of the relationship is an evergreen method. It's always viable. You'll want to revisit your intentions regularly as a couple. At the bare minimum, once per year is advisable, and if the relationship is under a higher degree of stress or strain than usual, then twice per year could be better, during the equinoxes. Constantly revisiting the intentions behind the relationship allows the relationship to adapt to changes over time. What worked before, it won't always work in the future, and so it's very important to revisit things regularly. It's important to understand that here on this planet, everything is constantly changing, always. Things are growing or decaying, expanding or contracting, and our relationships are no different. This growth is an active effort. It requires energy and increasing levels of organization. If you're not sure if your relationship is growing or decaying, it's probably decaying. This growth versus decay model is a very interesting way to constantly evaluate the relationship. Are we growing right now, or are we decaying? Are we expanding, or are we contracting? It's okay to have periods of time where things are contracting, but more importantly, things should be expanding, increasing levels of organization, growing. Different intentions are not necessarily a reason to separate. Sometimes we as individuals, we go through periods of growth as well as contraction. It's important to discuss with your partner or within yourself if either of you can hold space for the other one during this period of contraction. As well, because that we've been open and honest in communicating our intentions, if the intentions are not aligned, it's okay to take a chance. Maybe he likes to travel and she wants to homestead and grow vegetables, or he wants kids and she doesn't want kids. If you feel like you want to try things out because the existing attraction and intimacy is enough to merit an attempt, that's okay. and you'll be happy that you communicated your intentions, and the pain will be less if it doesn't work out because of this open and honest sharing with each other. What are the odds of finding the perfect partner and sitting down with them, communicating with them openly and honestly about your intentions, only to discover that they share the same exact intentions? Well, it's pretty low probability. And so what you're more looking for is the ability to sit down and share openly and honestly with each other. And then if the attraction's there, you can determine from that point, okay, let's give things a shot. Or, there's too many areas where we don't align, so maybe not. Relationships are built over time, brick by brick, and most people are going to change greatly during a long-term relationship. And so flexibility and being open to change is good to have built into the relationship. Communicating with your intimate partner openly and honestly and sharing your deep intentions for yourself as well as the relationship, these are going to be the seeds that are going to blossom into trust. This method of discussing intentions is really the foundation for meaningful relationships. Okay, so we talked about intentions behind relationships, having open and honest conversations with our partners, cultivating the right type of container for these conversations. We talked about growth versus decay, and this evergreen method of constantly revisiting once or twice per year the intentions behind the relationship, your personal intentions and their personal intentions, and how they come together and align for a long-term relationship. I encourage you all to implement these strategies in your relationship, whether you have one now or whether you're interested in starting one. Having this as a foundation to build upon together is one of the best investments of time that you can make in a long-term relationship. Please share your thoughts in the comments below, like this video, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you all for your time. Have a blessed day.